Mike Mason at the top of your screen. Tremaine Goddard on the near side, and it goes to Mason at the 7-yard line. Mason will cut to the left outside across the 20-yard line and has a seam. And Mason's got some running room before he's bumped out of bounds at the 40. It's on defense, but as you showed us in the pregame, they can certainly move. And the pitch, they'll keep it on the ground immediately with a lone setback. And a give in the backfield, and this is what Carolina will try to record. But tonight the challenge will be different as Durant goes to the air, has a receiver. That pass is complete to this contest. Utah against North Carolina. And a give to McGill. And Ronnie McGill stackers
going sideways, find the ball. That's when they'll be able to stop this running game in North Carolina.
Durant on 3rd and 9 avoids the tackler, throws the ball and throws complete for an appearance
right before the gets across the line for a big play, North Carolina.
McGill carrying the football possession to have a
false start. False start. Offense.
17 now for the Tar Heels from the shotgun. Durant quarterback draw. He's corralled by the jersey in time.
Defense, number 91.
Come again, Steve. Here they come.
And the hot read out to the outside. The pass is complete to Jaworski. Durant from the gun. Throws. And McGill has the carry. McGill inside backfield now for the Tar Heels. And a give goes to the far back.
Touchdown right there on 1st down. It's huge.
I think they were frightened about in reading the comments from Chapel Hill. And a reverse to Savoy. Savoy's got some running room on the left side, and Savoy got that strategically in just a moment, Mike. The give to Marty Johnson. Finds a hole up the middle and finds the going line. And again, the Utes from the shotgun. Smith throws complete to Savoy. A little wide. Utah, and again, no huddle. And from the shotgun, Alex Smith looks down the middle. Has a receiver, but he bunt to Jaworski Pollock, and Pollock will call for the fair catch. Lets the ball bounce and behind Durant, who, by the way, is 4 of 5 in the passing department for 48 yards. But they give it to the big fella who fumbles, and Utah has the football. Warren moves into the backfield, flanking, and Marty Johnson.
That sometimes if you don't score right off the bat, you get a little panic. There's no reason to panic.
Here's the blitz and a pass across the middle, caught by some 1st and goal. Warren again flanks Smith with the roll, the option fake, and now the toss to Marty Johnson.
Johnson for the touchdown.
And Brian,
you can put your hand in someone's face as long as you don't grab it, especially if you're the ball carrier. But that second one was a little light.
Hitchcock, thanks Chris, last week against NC State as Durant goes from the gun, avoids the rush and overthrows the well. Pollock, the man in motion, and Durant looks to throw. He goes the other way.
And the sideline and really had a chance to intercept that pass.
Eric Weddle calls for a fair from the 18. Alex Smith running the option, tosses inside the Utah pass. By North Carolina's defense. Johnson in motion as Smith goes to the air, looks, has a man, Savoy. Savoy across the 50, across the line of scrimmage, the 44, as Ganther gets his first carry.
Backs now playing a linebacker position aren't used to covering up for the run.
Pass is complete to Madsen. Here's the give, the fake to Ganther, the keeper by Alex Smith. Alex Smith in the open field inside. Opportunities in the red zone, and tonight they've made good on their only opportunity. Pass complete to Paris Warren. He's got some room. Savoy in motion. Savoy is the pitch man. Alex Smith now pitches to Savoy, and Savoy
designing them and calling them down there.
Smith wrapped up in his knee touch. He gets away. He's wrapped up left. Madsen to the near side is the wideout. Smith wide open up the middle. Smith with a keeper to the
of touchdowns is just incredible.
Latondras in motion. Smith looks, got plenty of time, throws across the middle in the end zone, tipped. And Borison's kicks. The fake, and Durant looks to the air. Throws it away. They have the empty backfield. And a pass is complete to the near side to Mike Mason. And Durant will look to throw. Durant's passes on yard line, and Wooldridge sends a high kick, and Weddle calls
personal foul on the receiving team, number 2.
From the shotgun again with Marty Johnson. The fake handoff to Johnson. Smith downfield's got a man wide open. Latondras at midfield, and Smith again, the fake, wants to go back to the air. Smith has a man. Pass is caught.
Backers come up. Defensive backs aren't paying attention, and Alex Smith having a big day.
And the option on the outside, Marty Johnson.
Six things very, very well in the offensive game. And what do you do as a defense?
Smith to the air. Smith looking for... And Quinton Ganther in the backfield. Now Warren joins him. Alex Smith keeps. Alex Smith has got the pitch man, and there it is. Warren on the outside. Inside shovel pass to Ganther. Ganther stretches. Who already has one tonight. And there's the second one.
They're really a triple threat for Utah.
And Durant gives up the middle, running back.
Ganther and Kelly had spoken on the phone the night before Kelly was murdered. Ganther said for a moment he thought of
the fumble. So you look at the quick start by North Carolina. Utah's defense has been able to shut it down. There's a long ball. And that
gives them an opportunity to make big plays.
2nd and 10 from the 34 now. Pass on the outside is complete. But Mason from the shotgun. And a flag and a
Pass interference on a defense.
And Kyle Whittingham brings him. Spencer Toon flushes Durant out of the pocket. He throws on the run and has a man and has quarterback draw. Durant runs the foot. The senior Durant. Here comes Utah's blitz. And Durant throws. Got a man. It's complete. But immediately he is met on the near 50 seconds off the clock. Quarterback looks, throws to the outside. And the kick is up. And in the backfield now Marty Johnson. And Johnson with the fake to Johnson. The pitch now to Ganther. And Ganther with a move in the open field. Ganther with a leg drive. Crosses the 25. And Ganther, the ball carrier, up the middle. First down.
And Ganther to get some big holes in there.
From the 33. And this time it is Marty Johnson. Johnson in the open field. Johnson across midfield.
Mexico fumbled once. Quentin Ganther got the rest of the rushes the rest of the game.
Smith looks to the air. Smith being pursued now gets rid of it.
You just need to speed things up.
And a whistle stops play. How much time you have?
Ball start.
And Smith looks to throw. There's the blitz. And Smith with a 3rd and 15 as Alex Smith goes to the air. Wants it all. Throws long. Has a man. Utah touchdown. Well, there's a... But maybe you're right, Mike.
On a defense.
A good call.
Savoy catches the football in the sideline. Give the quarterback a chance to throw. You know, national champs and #1 in the country now. I mean, it's just fantastic to watch these games.
Mike Mason picks up the football. Tries to get to the outside. Has a seam. And Mike Mason, who had...
Ball. Late hit. Number 20 of the return team.
Last drive. So, you know, this is a team that not only can score quick, but they can also move the ball down the field, running game and throwing it.
For North Carolina. The ball's at the 36-yard line. And for North Carolina. Keeping it on the ground again. And in this case, it's 2nd and 3. And Scott again, the ball carrier. Scott met this time.
To move on.
Well, and he is ready to move on, but you know he also used that as a little motivator as we go back to action. And Durant wants to throw and throws it away.
Black did not move out of the pocket. He lost it down. Spot the pass.
Lately, 3 of 7 3rd down conversions for North Carolina. Little throw into the flats to Pollock. Jaworski Pollock will come up.
Utah's a top 10 team.
Of course, you also have SEC players if you're playing in the SEC. Maybe that make a difference too. Pass by Durant over the...
Never.
Wooldridge, his kick. And drive. Alex Smith, give to Quinton Ganther, spinning at the line of scrimmage.
And try to get back there. Hopefully Durant will be okay.
Ball start. Offense.
The 19, it's 2nd and 11 for Utah. Smith wants to run the option. There's the pitch on the outside to Paris Warren, who is garbage can, take a left.
Yeah, you just draw it up in the dirt. Say, listen, this is what we're going to do on this play. Block it the same way. Linemen stay, you know, don't run downfield, but this is where we're going to throw it.
Yeah, Stevie, so we look forward to it. Back to you guys.
All right, Chris, thanks very much. And, of course, those telecasts.
He's got a feel from the fans, those new super fans. They want a basketball program that's right there equal with his football team.
Utah to have him. It'll be interesting and exciting to watch him in his first season with Utah. Scott had a chance to spend last week in camp with him at St. George. What a fun group of guys. And it's going to be very, very interesting season. Time, 3rd down opportunity. 3rd and 9 for North Carolina. They are 3 of 8. And a pass over the middle, intended
going to run right into the zone. Bam!
In punt coverage or punt protection. Yeah, it is a shank. Takes a good bounce, though. Bounces inside the 5-yard line. Look at this. If you're going to miss one, that's the way to... Good call. I think that they trailed it all was the Air Force game, as Smith again will run it up the middle. Now he's got some running room. And Alex Smith almost instantly. Smith again, lots of time. Look at the time he has to throw. Throws it.
Get the ball in the end zone or get the ball back in good field position. I know Utah's moving down to possibly score again.
And the line of scrimmage is the 41-yard line. Smith with all kinds of time again. Smith complete to Warren. As you're trying to get something before the half. They already lead by 14. And Smith goes down the middle, complete to Savoy. Savoy
now go.
Winds the clock. Smith with a call. Smith throws. Little comeback route. Red zone tonight.
Come with a little blitz here.
On 2nd and 1. Smith looks, trying to find a receiver. He'll keep it himself and step out of bounds. Smith again looks to the air. Smith throws in the end zone. A man's covered. And plays for Utah. Alex will throw again. Alex throws to Paris Warren. Warren dives, and Warren has another touchdown. 34-0 as the PAT is good against Louisville. So Beardall with just a little pooch kick that is taken at the 40.
New quarterback in here, Steve.
Yeah, there is a new quarterback on this last play, and he's going to launch one. Launching it deep into the end zone and knocked down by Utah. North Carolina when they take the field, because we know that Durant did not come in for the last play. Meantime, Utah keeps the ball on the ground as you predicted they would, Mike. And Marty
just going to keep running, wind this clock down, and win this game.
Well, they run it again. Johnson by the shirt. Well, it is. It's the Utah pass to Paris Warren, and Warren.
Opportunity to pitch it underneath the little shovel pass to a wide receiver right in the middle of the field.
Quinton Ganther still on his feet. He's grabbed by an ankle.
At backs, you got to put some pressure, get some guys in his face, because otherwise they're just going to have too good a receivers.
Smith to the air. Smith's pass.
You got to put pressure on the quarterback. The only way you put pressure on the quarterback with this offensive line as good as it is by blitzing.
Paris Warren.
Hard separation, then they can complete it.
2nd and 10. Ganther carries the football up the middle. He's got some running room. And now breaks to the outside. Quinton Ganther. Boy, he's got some strength. Look at 30-10 and trying to add to that lead right now. As Smith goes from the shotgun. Smith throws to the outside, complete to...
Somewhat of a good idea by North Carolina. The problem with it is you lose a big practice day. Wednesday, Thursday, those are your big practice days putting stuff in.
There it is. Marty Johnson puts his head down, runs... And he's trying to get his team into the end zone again. Alex Smith keeps it, steps inside. Arrow for the PAT attempts. Utah's, boy, I'll tell you, that's the problem right now is Jared Hall came in for the last play of the first half in relief of Darian Durant, but now this is Matt Baker. Is at quarterback again. Here comes Utah's blitz. Scott runs away from it, but kept below their yearly average. Here comes the blitz again from Utah. And Baker pumps and has a man and overthrows.
The go, he just couldn't hold it long enough.
Utah coming, and a good high kick that Weddle will have a chance to field and get some yardage from. Weddle cuts it up the middle, needed a block, didn't go against the kicking team.
Holding on receiving team.
1st and 10 for Utah from the 10-yard line. And the ball is on the turf. And break now for North Carolina. See if they can capitalize. Baker with a pitch to Scott. Scott tries to get the corner. Naga, he's not too selective
here
about it.
Here they come again on the outside here.
He's not real selective about it right now. He's just blitzing. That time Baker made a nice foul for Carolina. And Baker looks to throw, has time, and completes it to Dante. Yeah, well, he kind of climbed up.
You know, his fails again. I hate when people hit the quarterback, but you got to have some judgment as well.
Defense, number 9.
Like that, you're right. Hitchcock puts his head down, and he is...
Well, you can guess it's going up in the middle again. And offsides, North Carolina.
Baker's passes. Here's the throw, the fade to the corner of the end zone, knocked down. 4th and goal. And Baker again looks to throw, throws across the middle, knocked away in the end zone. Warren in motion. The fake. And Smith looks, throws the little outlet. Went 2nd down now for Utah. Ganther, hole up the middle. Ganther into the secondary. Quinton Ganther finally stood up, and then
they come with the play action. They run the sweeps, and then they come back with reverses. They just set everything up so well.
noon when they ran into New Mexico, and New Mexico beat them 24. There's an interception. 24-20 was earlier. Might be a safe pass. Meantime, Baker goes right back to work for North Carolina. Wants it all. He's got a man, and he has a reception.
These plays, he just has to be very smart in the books.
Men in the backfield is
Here, Steve.
quick drop and a flag. Pass interference. 1 and C.
Pass interference on the defense.
High formation. Give to Scott. Scott stood up. The up back. He'll be the blocker. And the fake. As Baker has all kinds of time. And Baker will run it himself. Baker heads for the corner of the end zone.
He can reboot 47 times and not change it.
Third down. Hedgecott goes over. And right.
3 extra points, they win.
So why go for 2? I guess because you can, and unless you go for 2 and convert on a couple of occasions, as Ganther gets the Smith throws, wide receiver screen. Savoy. Utah 2 for 5 on third down conversions. This time they just
carry. The games that they've lost, their average per carry is only 3.3, and Utah certainly has it below that tonight.
Warren on the option. They're flanking him. Savoy on the move. Savoy becomes the option man. Savoy takes the option pitch and has the corner. And Savoy has in the fourth quarter after a third quarter fumble. He's wearing number 15 because number 1 was literally ripped from his body on a carry earlier.